Here are 300 hilarious short jokes that will make you laugh out loud. Why don't skeletons fight each other? They don't have the guts. What do you call fake spaghetti? An impasta. Why don't eggs tell jokes? They'd crack each other up. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself? It was too tired. What do you call cheese that isn't yours? Nacho cheese. Why couldn't a leopard play hide and seek? Because he was always spotted. What did one plate say to the other? Dinner's on me. Why did the scarecrow win an award? He was outstanding in his field. How do you organize a space party? You plan it. What's orange and sounds like a parrot? A carrot. Why can't you give Elsa a balloon? Because she'll let it go. What did the ocean say to the beach? Nothing, it just waved. Why don't elephants use computers? They're afraid of the mouse. How does a penguin build its house? It glues it together. Why did the golfer bring 2 pairs of pants? In case he got a hole in one. What do you call a bear with no teeth? A gummy bear. Why do bees have sticky hair? Because they use honeycombs. Why don't oysters donate to charity? Because they're shellfish. What do you call a fish wearing a bow tie? Sophisticated. Why did the math book look sad? It had too many problems. Why did the tomato turn red? Because it saw the salad dressing. Why did the computer go to the doctor? It had a virus. What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet? Supplies. Why was the math teacher suspicious? Because they couldn't count on anyone. Why did the coffee file a police report? It got mugged. What did one wall say to the other? I'll meet you at the corner. Why did the cookie go to the doctor? It was feeling crummy. What do you call a factory that makes okay products? A satisfactory. Why did the man put his money in the blender? He wanted liquid assets. Why can't your nose be 12 inches long? Because then it would be a foot. What do you call a snowman with a 6-pack? An abdominal snowman. What kind of shoes do ninjas wear? Sneakers. Why do seagulls fly over the sea? Because if they flew over the bay, they'd be bagels. How does a train eat? It goes chew, chew. What do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back? A stick. What kind of music do mummies listen to? Rap music. Why don't they play poker in the jungle? Too many cheetahs. Why did the cow jump over the moon? The farmer had cold hands. What do you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire? Frostbite. What's brown and sticky? A stick. Why do we never tell secrets on a farm? Because the potatoes have eyes and the corn has ears. Why did the scarecrow become a successful motivational speaker? He had a field of influence.
How do you make a tissue dance?
You put a little boogie in it. What do you call a sleeping bull? A bulldozer. Why did the melon jump into marriage? Because it cantaloupe. What's a cat's favorite color?
Ple.
Why did the music teacher go to jail? She got caught with sharp notes. What do you call a group of disorganized cats? A cat astrophe. Why did the gym close down? It just didn't work out. What do you call a belt with a watch on it? A waste of time. Why don't fish play basketball? They're afraid of the net. How does a taco say grace? Let us pray. Why did the tree go to the barber? It needed a trim. What do you call a can opener that doesn't work? A can't opener. Why are ghosts bad liars? Because you can see right through them. What did the grape do when it got stepped on? It let out a little wine. What do you call an alligator in a vest? An investigator. Why don't vampires go to barbecues? They don't like steaks. Why did the pony have a sore throat? Because it was a little hoarse. What's a pirate's favorite letter? You'd think it's R, but it's the C. Why do cows wear bells? Because their horns don't work. What do you call a magician who loses his magic?
Ian.
Why did the golfer bring an extra pair of socks? In case he got a hole in one. What do you call a duck that gets all A's? A wisecracker. Why was the big cat disqualified from the race? Because it was a cheetah. How do you organize a robot party? You plan E.T. What do you get when you cross a dog with a calculator? A friend you can count on. Why don't skeletons ever start a fight? They don't have the backbone. What's a vampire's least favorite meal?
Steak.
What did the fisherman say to the magician? Pick a cod, any cod. Why was the belt arrested? For holding up a pair of pants. How do you keep a bagel from getting away?
Put locks on it.
What's a ghost's favorite fruit? Boo berries. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. What did the left eye say to the right eye? Between us, something smells. Why can't you trust stairs? They're always up to something. What did the policeman say to his belly button? You're under a vest. Why did the math teacher go broke? He couldn't count on his salary. What did the dog say when it sat on sandpaper? Rough. Why did the astronaut break up with his girlfriend? He needed space. What's brown, hairy, and wears sunglasses? A coconut on vacation. Why did the kid throw the clock out the window? He wanted to see time fly. How do trees get online? They log in. What kind of room doesn't have doors? A mushroom. What did one hat say to the other? Stay here, I'm going on ahead. Why are skeletons so calm? Because nothing gets under their skin. Why don't sharks eat clowns? They taste funny. What do you call a fake noodle? An impasta. What's a bee's favorite haircut? A buzz cut. Why did the stadium get hot after the game? All the fans left. Why don't you play hide and seek with mountains? They always peek. What do elves learn in school? The alphabet. Why did the drum take a nap? It was beat. What's a skeleton's least favorite room? The living room. How do you catch a squirrel? Climb a tree and act like a nut. Why don't some couples go to the gym? Because some relationships don't work out. Why did the barber win the race? He knew all the shortcuts. What's a cow's favorite activity? Moo, sick. Why don't calendars ever get tired? They have so many dates. Why did the banana go to the doctor? Because it wasn't peeling well. What do you call a singing laptop?
Adele.
Why did the photo go to jail? It was framed. What did one elevator say to the other? I think I'm coming down with something. Why was the broom late to work? It swept in. How do you make an octopus laugh? With 10 tickles. What did the grape say when it got stepped on? Nothing, it just let out a little whine. What do you call a group of musical whales? An orca straw. Why was the math book always stressed? It had too many problems. How do cows stay up to date? They read the moo's paper. Why did the chicken join a band? Because it had the drumsticks. What did the traffic light say to the car? Don't look. I'm changing. Why do skeletons hate parties? They have no body to dance with. What do you call a dinosaur with bad eyesight? Do you think he saurus? Why was the cat sitting on the computer? To keep an eye on the mouse. What did the big flower say to the little flower? Hey, bud. How does a scientist freshen their breath? With expiry mints. Why don't candles ever get into arguments? They just lighten the mood. What do you call two monkeys sharing an Amazon account? Prime mates. Why did the student eat his homework? Because the teacher said it was a piece of cake. What do you call a lazy kangaroo? A pouch potato. What did one volcano say to the other? I lava you. Why did the skeleton go to the party alone? He had no body to go with. What did the fisherman say about his job? It's really hard. Why did the invisible man turn down the job offer? He couldn't see himself doing it. Why do ducks have feathers? To cover their butt quacks. Why don't oysters give high fives? They're too shellfish. What do you call a deer with no eyes? No-eyed deer. What kind of tree fits in your hand? A palm tree. How does a cucumber become a pickle? It goes through a jarring experience. Why did the man run around his bed? To catch up on his sleep. Why do fish always sing off key? Because you can't tune a fish. What's a skeleton's favorite musical instrument? The trombone. What do you call a snowman's dog? A slush puppy. Why are ghosts so bad at lying? You can see right through them. Why don't eggs ever get into arguments? They might crack under pressure. What do you call an illegally parked frog?
Toad.
Why do melons have weddings? Because they cantaloupe. Why did the cookie cry? Because its mom was away for so long. What do you call a pony with a cough? A little horse. What happens to a frog's car when it breaks down? It gets towed away. Why did the skeleton stay so calm? Nothing gets under its skin. What do clouds wear under their clothes? Thunderwear. Why did the orange stop rolling down the hill? It ran out of juice. What kind of car does a Jedi drive? A toy Yoda. Why did the man put his money in the freezer? He wanted cold hard cash. How do you throw a space party? You plan it. Why did the bicycle fall over? Because it was too tired. What do you call a bear with no ear? B. Why are graveyards so noisy? Because of all the coffin. What do you call a pig that knows karate? A pork chop. What kind of key opens a banana? A Mond key. Why did the scarecrow keep getting promoted? Because he was outstanding in his field. How do you make a lemon drop? Just let it fall. What kind of streets do ghosts haunt? Dead ends. Why was the calendar afraid? Its days were numbered. What's a tornado's favorite game? Twister. Why do ducks always pay with cash? Because they never carry bills. What do you call a cow that just gave birth? Decalcinated. Why did the golfer bring an extra ball? In case he got into a rough situation. What's the best way to watch a fly fishing tournament? Live stream. How does a vampire start a letter? To whom it may concern. What's the difference between a poorly dressed man on a tricycle and a well-dressed man on a bicycle? Attire. Why don't crabs donate to charity? Because they're shellfish. How does the moon cut his hair? Eclipse it. Why didn't the skeleton go water skiing? He didn't have the guts. What do you call a bee that can't make up its mind? A maybe. Why are frogs so happy? They eat whatever bugs them. What's a pirate's favorite type of exercise? The plank. How do you fix a cracked pumpkin? With a pumpkin patch. Why don't trees take tests? They're always stumped. What do you get if you cross a snowman and a dog? Frostbite. What do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. Why don't ants get sick? Because they have tiny ant bodies. Why don't skeletons use phones? They can't find the right tone. Why did the tomato go out with the prune? Because it couldn't find a date. What do you call a sleeping dinosaur? A dino snore. Why was the math book sad? It had too many problems. What do you call a fish without an eye? FSH. Why don't you play cards in the jungle? There are too many cheetahs. What kind of music do balloons hate?
Pop music.
Why don't skeletons fight each other? They don't have the guts. What do you call cheese that isn't yours? Nacho cheese. Why did the bicycle need a nap? It was too tired. What's orange and sounds like a parrot? A carrot. Why don't bananas ever feel lonely? Because they hang out in bunches. What do you call a seagull that flies over the bay? A bagel. Why did the robber take a bath? He wanted to make a clean getaway. What do you call a penguin in the desert?
Lost.
Why did the golfer wear 2 pairs of pants? In case he got a hole in one. What's the best way to catch a runaway horse? Hold your horses. Why did the banker switch careers? He lost interest. Why don't skeletons go skydiving? They don't have the guts. How do you get a squirrel to like you? Act like a nut. Why did the melon break up with the other melon? Because it couldn't elope. What kind of shoes do frogs wear? Open-toed sandals. Why did the computer keep freezing? It left its windows open. What's the difference between roast beef and pea soup? Anyone can roast beef. Why was the math teacher such a great dancer? Because she had all the right angles. How do you organize an outer space party? You plan it. What's a snake's favorite subject in school? History. Why was the broom so tired? It had been sweeping all day. What's a ghost's favorite dessert? Ice cream. What do you call a sleeping cheese? Brie zzz. Why did the car get a flat tire? It was overtired. How do vampires like their food served? In bite-sized pieces. Why did the chicken cross the playground? To get to the other slide. What do you call a factory that makes okay products? A satisfactory. What did the fish say when it hit the wall?
Damn.
Why was the belt in trouble? It was caught holding up pants. How does a penguin build its house? It glues it together. Why do bees have sticky hair? Because they use honeycombs. What kind of music do chiropractors like? Hip-hop. What did one ocean say to the other? Nothing, they just waved. Why don't oranges ever get into arguments? They peel out. Why did the cookie go to the hospital? It felt crummy. What's a wizard's favorite subject in school? Spelling. How do you know a joke is a dad joke? When it becomes apparent. Why did the coffee call the police? It got mugged. Why did the barber win an award? He was a cut above the rest. What do you call a funny mountain? Hilarious. Why don't eggs tell jokes? They might crack up. What did one hat say to the other? You stay here, I'll go on ahead. Why can't your nose be 12 inches long? Because then it'd be a foot. Why did the scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. What do you call a belt made of watches? A waste of time. Why did the coffee file a police report? It got mugged. How do you organize a space-themed party? You plan it. What's a plumber's favorite kind of music? Pipe tunes. What do you call fake spaghetti? An impasta. Why did the tomato blush?
Because it saw the salad dressing.
Why did the banker switch jobs? He lost interest. Why are ghosts so bad at lying? Because they're too transparent. What do you call a shoe made out of a banana? A slipper. Why was the computer cold? Because it left its windows open. What did one snowman say to the other? Do you smell carrots? Why don't skeletons watch scary movies? They don't have